Have you heard of Yoga Vaasishtha? Yoga Vaasishtha is a very large text. It's bigger than Ramayana also. 32,000 verses, and somebody condensed it into an edited version. There are only 6,000 to 8,000, 6,000 verses in that. It's called Laghu Yoga Vaasishtha. I will give you a contrast between what happens there and what happens in Bhagavadgita. So what happens in Laghu Yoga Vaasishtha or Yoga Vaasishtha is this. Rama is 15 years old and he goes for a tour or something. After coming back from the tour, he looks extremely depressed. And he doesn't want to eat, he doesn't want to do anything, he is looking totally in a depressed mode. Then there is a conversation between him and Vaasishtha. Vaasishtha was the Rajaguru. Vaasishtha was a rishi, he is one of the Saptarshis now. And the conversation between Vaasishtha and Rama is called as Yoga Vaasishtha. It's a Vaasishtha. So that teaching was given to Rama because Rama was in depression. Bhagavad Gita was taught because Arjuna was in depression. But there is the depression of Arjuna and the depression of Rama are diagonally opposite. Yoga Vaasishtha begins with a rishi called Bharadwaja coming to Valmiki, and he asks this question. The question is quite clear. He asks, please tell me how Rama got enlightened, how Rama crossed the ocean of misery and how he became a Jivan Mukta. And Valmiki says, yes, I will tell you how Rama became Jivan Mukta, and then he starts narrating the story. So Rama became Jivan Mukta. First Rama goes into depression. And then Vaasishtha teaches him, and because of that teaching, Rama becomes enlightened. And after that, he is Sri Rama. He is the Rama that we know. The contrast between Rama's depression there and Arjuna's depression is very stark. See the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the name? Vishada Yoga, not Vairagya Yoga. The first chapter of Yoga Vaasishtha, on the other hand, is Vairagya Prakarana. Vishada and Vairagya are two different things. Vishada is only a temporary thing. You are in great tragedy and you are looking for something, some temporary relief, and for that thing you may go to a temple, go to some sannyasi rishi, get some teaching. You are in Vishada, you are not looking for a permanent solution. You think that if this present Vishada is overcome, then everything will be fine, isn't it? We will have that notion. The problem, all the problem is in the current situation. If this current situation is resolved, if my husband is little bit like this, then everything will be fine. You think misery is because of a particular specific condition in the world around you. That is Vishada. If you think that you are undergoing problems because of a particular condition, that is Vishada, and that was what Arjuna was in. He was thinking that this situation of the battle is the problem. If I somehow overcome this, then there is no problem. So they are looking, temporarily they are looking for something higher. So temporarily they will listen, they may even get something. But if you are in Vishada and if you listen to spiritual teachings, Adhyatma teachings, they are not permanent, they won't stay permanent. The moment all your problems are resolved, or the moment your life goes into a softer, smoother mode, for a few years, you will forget all of that. Whereas Vairagya is something very, very fundamental. To get Vairagya, you can't get it as such. But Vairagya means seeing misery in everything, because you will start realizing that the problem is me. Whichever situation I am in, I am facing misery. So it is something like, if there is a lemon, there is a lemon. Lemon wants to taste milk. So whichever milk it wants to taste, it becomes curd. Then the lemon will start thinking, the problem is with this glass of milk. If I go to that glass of milk, probably it will be proper. No matter which glass it goes to, it will find only curd. Lemon will find only curd. The problem is with the lemon. The problem is not with the milk, but initially that delusion will be there. The problem is there. It's not with me. I am not the lemon is there. Whereas in Vairagya, what happens? Rama tells that. The Vairagya Prakarana is a very big chapter, and then after that, After Vairagya Prakarana, there is another chapter in Yoga Vaasishtha, Jagadosha Prakarana, where Rama will go on enlisting, saying that everything is incomplete, everything is unsatisfactory. Everything. He starts listing, he's a 15-year-old boy, remember that. He starts listing everything that we enjoy in the world and he says everything is dissatisfied. It doesn't give me complete contentment. That is Vairagya. If you see that, that is Vairagya. Your allegiance to money, your allegiance to property and family and society or whatever, if that starts becoming, it starts fading away, your faith on them starts fading away. It's not that you have to go away from them, but your idea, your notion that because of that I will feel complete, if that notion goes away, that is Vairagya. After that you will not be happy with anything.